David often spent his days by the river that ran through the forest, painting the beauty around him. The forest was always quiet, and the sound of the water made everything seem peaceful. One day, as he sat on a rock, staring at the scene he wanted to paint, something caught his eye. There, walking among the tall trees, was a woman dressed in a bright red outfit. It was strange. People rarely came this deep into the woods, and even more strange was how she was dressed. Curious, David got up and followed her. She moved quickly through the trees, barely making a sound. David tried to keep up, but soon he lost sight of her. He stood still, looking around, confused. Just then, a soft voice came from behind him. "Why are you following me?" David jumped, his heart racing. He turned around and saw the woman standing there, taller than he had expected, her red dress standing out against the green forest. It was the same woman he had been following. I didn't mean to startle you," David stammered. "I just wondered why you were out here alone." The woman smiled, though there was something mysterious in her eyes. "My name is Angel," she said. From that moment, David and Angel started meeting regularly. They talked, laughed, and even painted together. David found himself drawn to her, not just because of her beauty, but because being with her made the world feel more vibrant, more alive. Angel was like no one he had ever met before, but there was something strange about her. Angel never talked about herself, and whenever David asked about her past, she would change the subject. He began to notice little things too, how she moved so quietly, almost like she was part of the forest itself. Still, David ignored his doubts. He had fallen for her, and every day he looked forward to their meetings. Weeks went by, and David's feelings for Angel grew stronger. But the mystery surrounding her started to weigh on him. He couldn't shake the feeling that she was keeping something from him. One evening, under the light of a full moon, David decided he needed to know the truth. He led Angel to a spot higher up in the forest, where the rocks overlooked the river, glowing in the moonlight. The air was cool, and everything was quiet except for the gentle rustling of leaves. "Angel," David began, his voice shaking a little, "I've come to care about you deeply, but I can't keep ignoring the feeling that there's something you're hiding from me. Who are you, really?" Angel looked at him, her usual playful smile fading. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then, with a sigh, she finally spoke. "I'm not like you, David," she said softly. "I'm a genie. I was sent here to guard this forest, to make sure everything stays in balance." David stared at her, not sure what to say. A genie? It didn't seem possible, but as he thought about all the strange things that had happened, it started to make sense. Angel looked at him, sadness in her eyes. "I care about you too, David, more than I should, but we can't be together, not like humans. I have a duty to this forest, and I can't leave." David's heart ached, but his feelings for Angel didn't change. "It doesn't matter," he said, stepping closer. "Even if you're a genie, I still love you." Angel smiled, but it was a sad smile. "You're a kind man, David, but loving me won't be easy. I'm tied to this place, and we can never live like normal people." David nodded, though it hurt. He understood. Their love wasn't like a typical romance. It was something fleeting, something beautiful, but not meant to last. From that night on, David and Angel continued to meet by the river, painting together, laughing, and sharing moments of peace. Though they knew they could never truly be together, their bond remained strong. As the years passed, their story became a legend told by villagers about the painter and the beautiful genie who loved each other but could never be united. And every time David returned to the forest, he smiled, knowing that Angel would always be there, watching over the place they both cherished.